julep.
Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Professor Alwyn Louw. I'm the Vice-Chancellor of Torrens University Australia. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Let me just start by apologizing for starting late. This is not how we prefer to do things. But unfortunately, there are circumstances which we have to consider, and we have to make sure that we follow the requirements and the protocols to keep everyone safe. And as part of that commitment from the institution side, we're very meticulous about sticking to the requirements and the procedure. So our apologies for that, but we will make sure that in future, once we're back to normal, we will do it differently again. One of our key values is to be good and therefore do good. Doing good starts with respect and acknowledgement of the traditional custodians of the land on which we live and study. This includes the land on which our campuses are located and has had teaching, learning, and research take place for millennia. I would like to acknowledge the First Nations people as the original inhabitants and the traditional owners of the land on which this ceremony is taking place today. I recognize the Gawa people as the traditional custodians of the Adelaide Plains and pay my deep respects to all elders past, present, future, and emerging. On behalf of Torrens University Australia, I then declare this ceremony open to confer degrees and therefore as an official ceremony of the university. It is my great pleasure to be here today and welcome you at this very special occasion. I extend a warm welcome to all our graduates, their families, friends, and our academics, staff, and all our invited guests. I would especially like to welcome the Honourable Greg Crafter, AO, a board member of Torrens University Australia, who forms part of our ceremony today. Torrens University is proudly Australian. And we're proud of the fact that we're the fastest growing university in the country. We are fueled by our values to begin and end with people, be good, be bold, be creative, be well, and be global. These are just few words on paper until it becomes reality. And that happens when you as students participate in learning, become involved in the whole process of engaging, creating a family in the university, and based on that, we're busy creating and living our values and becoming a learning community that express ourselves in a specific way. Torrens University prides itself on creating and providing platforms for our students to grow. So graduates, today's ceremony is not only a chance to celebrate your success and triumphs, but also a moment to remember what it took to get here, to remember the sacrifice, but also the wonderful pleasure of experiencing new knowledge and experiencing this process of engagement around the new and thinking fresh around things that may change the world. We're excited about that. At the same time, I want to also acknowledge the support that has helped you along the way. We understand that the support structures of our students are very important. We understand that families, friends, the support you provide in all respects to build a safe environment around a student, to afford them the time and the opportunity to spend at university is precious. So thank you for your encouragement and support in enabling our students to really dedicate themselves to their learning and become successful. It is now my great pleasure to welcome our guest speaker this morning. Adam Vonthehoff is one of our values at Torrens University is to be global. Our guest speaker today embodies this value, celebrating broad thinking and an open mindset and ensuring business is a force for good. Adam is the Chief Operations Officer of Adelaide Oval Stadium Management, the Stadium Management Authority, and Adam was not only an integral member of the executive team that oversaw the $535 million redevelopment of Adelaide Oval, but continuously challenged the status quo. He oversaw the transition of Adelaide Oval to a cashless venue, the first stadium in the world to do so, followed by the construction of the Oval Hotel, the first hotel in Australia completely integrated into the footprint of a stadium. He has accumulated over 20 years of experience in hospitality and accommodation management. It's a pleasure to have Adam here to share his story with our 2021 graduates, and please join me in welcoming Adam to address us. Adam, on which side are you?
Good morning, everyone. Unfortunately, these days I need to wear glasses when I'm reading, so I hope you forgive me. It'll happen to all of you as soon as you get 40, I'm sure. It's my absolute pleasure to be here with you today on what's such an important day in your lives and that of your families. I'd like to acknowledge the faculty of Torrens University Australia, and especially Vice-Chancellor Professor Alwyn Louw and the Honourable Greg Crafter, AO. I'd like to take this opportunity to really congratulate you on what you've achieved here today. Having worked hard, this is a milestone in your lives and your careers, and something you should all be very, very proud of. To bring some context to this speech, I thought it best to take you on a short chronology of my own career. I am born and bred in South Australia, Port Adelaide actually. I felt half the room groan then. I left school at 17 to commence my career in hospitality. I had a passion for hospitality, pretty well given to me by my grandfather, who for the first 17 years had taken me to most of the pubs in South Australia. And when I decided to leave school, it was a bit of a needs must. I was 17 and I was in a hurry to start my life, get out of home and start my career. I was very lucky in a way. My very first job was at the Lakes Resort here in South Australia at West Lakes. I spent about 3 years there, starting as a steward, then the restaurants, and then front desk. To be honest with you, I loved it, and I still have many friends there today. When I learnt my hospitality trade, because I didn't have the education, and we're talking mid-90s here, it was important to learn on the job, which pretty much meant doing everything the boss said as well as I possibly could. You never said no back then. If you said no, he would simply find somebody else to do the job. I remember spending Millennium New Year's Eve, which is 2000 for those of you born after that, working till about 5 in the morning polishing cutlery to reset the breakfast restaurant for the house guests, having finished a long shift for all the revellers in the function rooms. But this was the career I'd chosen, hospitality. After a few years, I then moved to the Hotel Adelaide in the front desk role. And after about a year, the food and beverage manager, who was somebody who had a fair bit of experience, suddenly resigned. I thought to myself, I could do that job. I was about 21 at this point, and I marched myself up to the CEO's office and convinced him just to give me a go, at least while he looked for somebody who could actually do the job properly. He told me he wouldn't pay me any more, but if I could do a few rosters and just be around the place, that would be okay for a while. So he gave me those first 3 months, and then 5 times more 3 months. So I ended up doing that job for a few years, and true to his word, he didn't pay me an extra cent. But this experience gave me another side of the hospitality industry, and at 24 I saw a job advertised at the Stanford Grand at Glenelg. This was for the assistant food and beverage manager role. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was pretty bright-eyed and I'd had a few years' experience, so I applied for the role. Having secured the role, this was my first real foray into the 5-star world, and I really had no idea what I was doing, to be honest. I was very fortunate that the general manager there was a patient person and took me aside and said very calmly, "Listen, lad, pull your head in." That was a pretty big lesson for me and pretty confronting at 24 when you think you've got the dream job and you're going to do it well, just to be told, actually, you're a little bit ahead of yourself. I was pretty lucky there because I did pull my head in. I spent a lot of time talking to the staff that I'd upset, and really I learned a lot more patience about my role. Also, I had a much better sense of where I was actually at in my career. I learned to ask for help a lot more at that time in my career. From the Grand, I moved into management roles at Sky City Adelaide, Outrigger Fiji and Crown Casino Perth. I've been very lucky in my career to have met great friends and colleagues, of which a lot of them still work with me at the Adelaide Oval today. It really does show the value of relationships. After being away from Adelaide for about 5 years, the opportunity to come home and be part of the Adelaide Oval redevelopment was just too good. I'd not worked in stadiums before, but again, a little bit bright-eyed perhaps, I thought I could give this a go. So the Adelaide Oval hadn't actually started being redeveloped. I'd started working for the Cricket Association. My very first Friday there, having worked for hotels, casinos, where at 5 o'clock on a Friday you're just getting busy, I found myself locked inside Adelaide Oval because I didn't realise that cricketers knock off at 2 o'clock when it's in the off-season. Well, the days of knocking off at 2 o'clock on a Friday are well and truly behind us. In the past 10 years, the career and the opportunity I've had at Adelaide Oval has been second to none. It's been an amazing ride and we have achieved so much as a team. Currently we have about 1,500 colleagues at the Adelaide Oval and our businesses abroad. We have one of the largest function events businesses in South Australia. We have the Oval Hotel, the roof climb and some off-site entrances at the Tap House just down the river here and at Monado Safari Park. All this while operating about 35 match days a year, where we cater for up to 70,000 people. Working at the Adelaide Oval really is the epitome of a team place to work. With my career, one that I really cherish and I enjoy, and I'm aiming to continue, I also realised that there were parts of my life that I needed to work on. So last year, I applied at the Australian Institute of Company Directors and graduated from that course. That was the first time I'd studied in my life, and it was pretty daunting to say the least, to sit in a room full of really, really smart people and be able to have a conversation with them, share stories. I really loved it. Having done that, it gave me the confidence to apply to Torrens University, and last week I handed in my last assignment for my master's degree as well. So next year I'll be sitting where you are. One thing that I think is very important to remember is that although your careers are very, very important, you need to remember who you are. Your role as parents or as children to your parents and friends. Always try to remember who you are as people and try to have interests outside of just work. For me, I've taken up golf this year and I certainly would not recommend it to anybody. The next part of this speech, I'll try to impart some advice that may be relevant to your own careers. I don't feel comfortable issuing advice to people. I'm not that type of person. But I hope that you hear some of the things which have helped me get to where I am today and how the values of Torrens University of being good, global, creative and bold, well, and beginning and ending in people is very, very important. These are certainly all values that I identify with. Take time working out what you want to do with your career and be happy to change, move from company to company, because if you're not happy at work, you certainly won't be happy at home and you won't do a good job of either. Spend the time to work out what you want to do and give some things a go. I was lucky to fall in love with the hospitality industry and I've moved from company to company, always enjoying it, but always knowing when it was time to move on to the next challenge. Also try to work out what it is that gets you to work every day. The paycheck and the customers and these things are great. For me, my motivation is creating employment in South Australia. If I do my job really, really well, it creates jobs and opportunities for the people around me, and that's my why for getting out of bed in the morning. Recently, I heard a great South Australian, Sir Eric Neil, speak where one of his key messages was the importance of doing the task at hand to the best of your ability. To do this without worry of how it will serve you in the short term, focusing on the daily task well will ensure that people notice you and your ability to get things done. So always focus on the task at hand. This one I'm very passionate about and was advice given to me by my mother. Share your dreams, your aspirations and your goals. You never know when you sharing your dreams and aspirations will intersect with somebody's needs for what you want to do. By telling people what you want to do, they'll be aware of what you want to do and an opportunity may just come down the line. Also, I've since learned to answer the phone every time it rings. It's still something I'm trying to learn. The temptation to let it go through to voicemail is too great, but you never know when that opportunity might have just gone from you to somebody else. As I said earlier, the value of relationships. It's often said that the people you pass on the way up in your career are the same ones you pass on the way down. I was very fortunate to have people around me that helped me learn that, otherwise my career may not have got to where it is today. Treat everybody with respect. It's a very, very important life lesson and will serve you very well in business and hospitality, I assure you. For the most part, life and business is not an academic exercise. You need to back yourself, armed with what you've known, what you've learned in your degrees, but sometimes you have to follow your gut as well, even if it doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense at the time. When you fail, and trust me, I've failed, I won't spend any time telling you about that today. You can look that up in the media if you ever want to read about restaurant reviews. You need to learn from it, but you need to own it as well. You'll find that by and large, people will let you make a few mistakes. Just don't try to make too many, because eventually people's patience will wear thin. So in closing, there are two particular Torrens University values that I hold dear. Begin and end with people. As the current and future leaders of business and hospitality, the decisions that you make will impact people's lives. The decision of rosters will impact how many hours your staff get and in turn how much money they take home. It will impact your stakeholders and it will impact your customers. It will impact your family's lives. And in some cases, the decisions you make will impact complete strangers' lives. Bring empathy, tolerance and understanding to those decisions. Secondly, be bold. Being in business means creating value, and the best way of doing that is by changing the environment for the better. You can change the physical environment, as we did when we built the Oval Hotel. You can change the policy environment, as we did last week when we decided that it was a requirement for everybody to be double vaccinated when they came into Adelaide Oval, the same as it was here today. And you can change your employee environment. Your attitudes, your mood, the people who you work with, your employees, will look to you for guidance, and your mood will determine their day in a lot of cases. Lastly, I'd like to congratulate everybody for their achievements today, and thank you very much for your time and listening. All the best.
My sincere thanks, Adam, for joining us today and specifically sharing your experience and wisdom with us. We're always glad to hear some Torrens also as part of the frame of reference, but your personal input and experience is very valuable for our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. I now call upon the Honourable Greg Crafter, AO, Board Member of Torrens University Australia, to confer the awards.
Vice-Chancellor, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honour today to certify that the candidates present and those listed as in absentia have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for the award of their degrees, diplomas and certificates, and are entitled to be admitted to the rank, privileges and responsibilities of those awards. I'll now kindly ask the graduates who have qualified for the various awards to please stand. Graduates, please stand. Thank you. And it's my privilege now to convey these words to you, which confer your degrees. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Governing Board of Torrens University Australia, I confer the degrees, diplomas and certificates for which you and those listed in absentia have qualified. Congratulations. Please be seated. I now call upon Professor Ross Cameron, Director, Centre for Organisational Change and Agility at Torrens University Australia, to present the graduates. Thank you.
Okay. Just before I start, I'd like to say that I'm about to read out 400 odd names. So you might want to hold your wonderful applause till the very end. I also want to let you know I have been practicing these names, although I get a little bit tongue-tied at times, so please forgive me in advance if I get your name wrong. Okay. On behalf of Torrens University Australia Business Faculty, I present to you the graduates who are receiving the following awards. A Diploma of Business, Michelle Joanne Chittum. Pamela Louise Fennell. The Diploma of Marketing, Fredmina Charity Kamara. For the Bachelor of Business, Frederick Kangunu Githagan. Jasmine Rose Goodwin. Jong-hee Lee. Pradeep Singh. Ravindrajit Kaur. Sandeep Kaur Sandhu. Shirley Vanessa Aniyam Manjaris. Sukhvir Kaur Ra. The next lot of graduates are from the Bachelor of Business Marketing, Bao. Mitchell Wildman, that's quite a good name, Mitchell. Sophia Kun. These are the graduates from the Bachelor of Business, Sports Management, Candice Appleby. Nat Dan Nguyen. Taylor Debeneth. The next graduates are from the Bachelor of Business, Information Systems, Saurav Casey. Sulov Kumar Upadhyaya. The following graduates will be conferred the degree of the Bachelor of Commerce. Anujit Kaur. Caroline Wairimu Muthiki. Claudia de Jesus Silva. Damandeep Singh. Isabella Paulo de Lins Pam e Santiago. Jashanpreet Kaur. Kabita Sijali. Lovepreet Kaur. Lucy Wanga Kariuki. Minhal Hassan Bandali. Nokfun Gaili. Pram Simrajit Singh. Salima Sayangobo. Shaina Aroro. Siddharth Gupta. Surakshi Mala. Tai Than Thu Nguyen. The next graduates are graduating with the Graduate Certificate of Business Administration. Ashdeep Kaur. Daniela Vargas Quevedo. Harpreet Kaur. Jan George Chaparina Bolanos. Lovejeet Kaur Sandhu. Luis Ivan Rodriguez Para. Maria del Pilar Torres Barrera. Melissa Jane Mussolino. Nathan McGill. Neelam Shishpa Yadav. Nicholas Greg Ballingall. Paveen Badhan Mahe. The next graduate is graduating with a Graduate Certificate of Global Project Management, Eloise Pascoe. And the next graduate has a Graduate Diploma of Global Project Management, Joanna Andre Herrera Vasquez. The next graduates are graduating with a Master of Business Administration, Antonios Stavro. Chia Lin Xian. David Pelvey. Elizabeth Claire Humphreys. Liz Viviana Jutich. Mace Voriva Dennis Machacha, sorry. Mika Angela Parmes. Neeraj Kumar. Nerashni Shunmugam. Panchal Juk. Peter Vela. Sukhneet Kaur. Now we have 3 graduates graduating with the Master of Business and Administration in Sports Management, Gregory Michael Paul Hearn. James Anthony Dinu Wilson. Julio Cesar Anguilo Cubias. The next graduates are graduating with a Master of Business Information Systems. Abha Bharat Kumar Panchal. Aqib Amjad. Ali. AJ. Alicia Chowdhury. Alia Begum. Amdeep Kaur. Amdeep Kaur. Amdeep Kaur. Amajot Kaur Sohi. Amrit Pal Kaur. Amritpal Kaur Grewal. Amula Rosal. Anjali Sawan Raval. Ankit Chowdhury. Ankitaban Hashkumar Chowdhury. Anu Matthew. Anshul Chowdhury. Antpreet Kaur. Anu Chowdhury. Anuradip Kaur. Anurit Kaur. Apurva Joshi. Ervin Devanya Boyna. Archanaben Daval Chowdhury. Apitaben Gunavath Bhai Patel. Bhavneet Kaur. Bhumi Prakash Kumar Chauhari. Bhuwan Devkota. Bikram Kakai. I've lost my space. Bilha Jerop Lagat. Binal Rameshpa Chowdhury. Binod Gimmir. Camilla Jaya Hilak Rathna Jak Marian Salange. Sorry. Charanjit Singh. Thank you. Come tell me. Yeah. Chami Rajesh Kumar Choksi. Chetan Sharma Lamichan. Chidiogo Timothy Amuzi. Christine Mary Namale. Collins Emeka Ogboy. Deepak Sharma. Dinesh Katan Pachal. Dana Lakshmi Modipalli. Danwant Singh. Sorry. Drupalben Pravinbhai Patel. Diana Carolina Gao Garcia. Dinidu LD Disanayake Rajakarunaj. Sorry. Edith Nasimwa. Ekaspreet Kiran. Emmanuel Oluwafemi Adesina. Eros Pista. Ervin John Espiritu Gonzales. Gagandeep Kaur. Gavit Chaudhary. Gaurav Singh Indra Singh Chauhan. George Obiora Osei. Gladys del Carmen Bustos Vega. Gonzalo Roberto Malo Morales. Gurchet Singh. Gurdeep Kumar. Gurjeet Kaur. Gurleen Kaur. Gurleen Kaur. Gurpreet Kaur. Gurpreet Kaur. Yeah. Gurpreet Kaur. Gursiva Kumar. Sharan Kaur. Gurvinder Kaur. Hani Vipulbhai Patel. Hardeep Singh. Hardik Kumar Baldevbhai Chauhari. Harjeep Kaur. Harjot Kaur. Harpreet Kaur. Got a little deja vu going again here. Harpreet Kaur. And Harpreet Kaur. Harshdeep Chattar. Hassan Ahmed. Ibrahim Akinpelu Salawu. Ibrahim Desmond Amadou. Ishanpreet Kaur. This is going to test me. Ayanoluwa Jestuo Misini Ayegboyin. Jagvinder Kaur. Jakila Pramodi Ekanyaka Mudiyan Solange. Jaskaran Singh. Jaspal Singh. Jaspreet Kaur. Jasper Kaur Shamdal. That's an interesting name. Jay Gangshiambai Italia. Jay Jitendra Kumar Patel. Jigakuma Kantibai Chowhari. Joa Antonio Rodriguez de Souza. Jose Luis Guardiola Fortich. Jyoti Devi. Jyoti Sharma. And another lovely Jyoti Sharma. Kajel Layla. Yep, sure. Kanwaljit Kaur. Kamaldeep Singh is graduating in absentia. Karamjit Singh. Karamjit Kaur. Karuna Pradhan. Kaumil Ram Nikpa Patel. Kual Singh. Kirandeep Kaur. Kamal Arora. Kamal Mita. Kamal Ben Ashish Kumar Chowhari. Kripa Pudasani. Yep. Kuljit Kaur. Kulvi Kaur. Kulwant Kaur. Lakvi Kaur. Lorenice Esther Turizo Mejia. Lok Kumari KC. Lovepreet Kaur. Lucia Fernanda Etalora Hernandez. Malga Achini Pereira Rupa Singh. Mandeep Kaur. Mandeep Kaur. Mandeep Singh. Which one? Which one?
Yeah.
Mandeep, which one? Mandeep?
No, it's this one.
Oh, Mandeep, yes. I'm glad you could turn up. Manideep Chintala. Manish. Manish Khadka. Manjusha Reddy Kamatham. Manpreet Kaur. And Manpreet Kaur. Mayank Anand. Mohammed Rakibul Islam. Minashi. Mihak Chatrath. Mihak Deep Kaur. Miss one. Mohit Rathi. Naga Gayatri Kuruvada. Nagasai Pratyusha Parasabatula. Namita Sharma. Nancy Malik. Naren Kumar Chetri Mahat. Navdeep Singh. Naveen Mulyan. Navneet Kaur. Neelam Rani. Netu Rani. Neha Rani. Right. Nesal Ben Chandresh Kumar Chowhari. Nikunj Kanubai Patel. Nurali Sutha. Nirvakuma Jashingbai Chowhari. Nisha Balana. Nisha Harajuli Batarai. Nisi. Nitesh Reddy Kudumula. Naimika MacDonald Obia Delu. Nyam Betchy Calvin Muita. Odi Chinma Uko. Ogen O Woki Emmanuel Ono Rivby. Omo Wumi Mary Yakubu. Onyeka Charles Ogwo. Osan Samira Abe Sekaraj. Padmini Chevi Reddy. Pamit Kaur Chauhan. Parminder Kaur. Panit Kaur. Path Bipinbhai Patel. Kantilal Patel. Parul Singh. Path Irene Helaj Don Ramitha S. Parithana. Patricia Regina Mendez de Oliveira Capendillo. Parwandeep Kaur. Parwandeep Singh. Payal. Payas Bidwa. Yeah. Thermon Tamang. Pinky Swapnil Patel. Prabhijot Singh. Pratik Prem. Preeti Chowhari. Preeti Liluram Malik. Priyaben Rameshiba Patel. Priyanka Devi. Priyanka Indora. Rabina Thapa Magar. Radhika Bade. Rahilba Ayuba Vahora. Rajan Kandel. Rajvinder Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur Sidhu. Ramanjot Kaur. Ramanpreet Kaur. Ramanpreet Kaur. Ramanveer Kaur Brar. Ranjita Limbu. Ravinder Kaur. And Ravinder Kaur. Ravinder Singh. Ranveet Kaur. Reena. Reena Melisha Sequira. Rithika Kasunganati. Richa Mukshabai Patel. Ritu Himanshu Patel. Ritu Rani. Ronak Sambulbai Sarani. Rosalie Fernandez Jardim. Rupinder Kaur. Rupinder Kaur. Rupinder Preet Kaur. Rupjinder Kaur. Right, I'm going to get this one right. Sachi Daupadi Chandrasena Vidanand Gamaj. Sai Bahavi Komsemete. Sorry. Sai Chakra. Sai Chakra Hada Doppel Apudi. Sai Charan Reddy Nanuri. Sai Pratik Donthini Theni. Oh. Sai Rakesh Varma Gunturi. Saiketh Reddy Etikiala. Sakshi Sharma. Sandeep Kaur. Sandeep Kaur. Sandeep Singh. Sapanarban Ravi Patel. Saroj Kaffer. Satpreet Kaur. Sebastine Irobekian Vlachos. Shahabaz Sheikh. Shahin Ranjbat. Shani Minoli Perara Waragoda Mudalij. Shanmuki Akshita Nima. Sharada Kumari Sharma. Sharon Jepleti. Shivana Chendok. Shushi Arora. Shushma Shrista. Shweta. Oops. Simrajit Kaur. Sinhuja Vadigulu. Srinivas Reddy Gadam. Stanley Chukwun On Oso Oruche. Sujendra Casey. Sukhprit Kaur. Sukhraj Singh Bra. Suman Thapa. Sweetie Saha. Talvinderjeet Singh. Tanupriya Kaur. Tanvi Arora. Taranjit Singh Sohal. Tavinder Singh. Temilolua Oluseyi Ongu Lucy. Thalia May Buleon. Tirtha Raj Bandari. Tomasz Zbig Inu Stanis Zaweski. I think this is the longest name, yeah. Udish, Niwatha, Perara, Gunitilake, Wanakula, Assyria, Vijay Singh. Ugyen Choden. Usha Adhikari. Varinda Kaur. Virpal Kaur. Venkatesh Dichipali. Vidhaya Ravindranath. Vijayanant Malik. Vikram Kaur. Vipin Kumar Mehta. Yelani Bisika Giumini Pereira. Yanis Margarita Galino Najir. Yograj Badal. This is a lucky last from me. Yasoda Rajbanshi. I call upon Associate Professor Nick Hadjinicolaou, Program Director for the Global Project Management in Business at Torrens University Australia, to present the next graduates.
Okay, we're a bit over halfway, so that's good. On behalf of Torrens University Australia Business Faculty, I present you the graduates who are receiving the following awards. The Master of Global Project Management, Miguel Angel Barrios Perez. Ashkot Singh. Ashkot Singh. Eschala. Espatkalia. Espatskali? Yep. Okay. Beat car. Beat car. Bien car. This bien. Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Karen Chimati. Carolina Dushan Orjani. Shandan Gilapena. Christian Camilo Serrano Gonzales. Emerson Batista. Hafiz Jansa Anjam. Hardeep Singh. Harpreet Kaur. Ingrid Lucia Otigon Torres. Irene Virginia Tariba Merida. Jaspreet Kaur. Joanna Patricia Usek. Janathos Pereira de Souza. Kamarjeet Singh. Lindsay Ann Wyman. Malloreddy Guram. Marie Penzel Astero. Medijaja Damblo Balderas. Monica Esperanzo Ballesteros Delgado. Path Ghanshyam Chakasiva. Patricia May Barber. Rebecca Wanjira Garcia. Sai Krishna Katuru. Sai Vathsitha Reddy Kasu. Satwinder Khan. Srikanth Sharavan. Shudanshku Thakur. Shiwang Thinlay. Vanurjot Singh. The Masters of Business Administration Advanced and Graduate Diploma of Business Administration, Ervin Rudner. The Masters of Business Administration Advanced and the Master of Business Administration, Diana Melina Barrera Ramez. The Master of Global Project Management Advanced, Alexander Hernandez Rodriguez. Alexandra Narizeth Saringva. Achit Kirakumar Apade. Chalai Adekan. Farhan Ali. No group. Manisha Malakar. Maria Gabriela Jimenez Beltran. Nikhil Kumar Sama. Prashanth Kumar Badam. Rajan Nadva Sutaria. The Master of Professional Accounting Advanced. Ayusha Yatin Diokar. Akshit Dahana. Ali Ahmed Rashid. Alvaro Andres Sanchez Rozo. Ambesh Gurung. Baljinder Kaur. Babna Sharma. Bikesh Gora. Benita Nachi Ya. Bandini Amanda Garanthi Watawaji. Caroline Jepchichi Kitani. Danielle Samara Ariel. Dawa Tamang. Devanshi Path Darkji. Devaldi Jitindraba Kapadia. Dewas Padel. Irantha Nirashan Wichanshi Wirakoda Apu Hamaralaji. Eric Mabag Mawaji. Fernan Alberto Perez Gavrijaria. Gayani Shanthilika Kaputawaya. Ghazi Shanzida Shami. Jitika Sidana. Goldie. Gunpreet Kaur. Hari Kirat Singh. Harshdeep. Harshita Nayar. Hasnain Talibar Makinojia. Jaspreet Kaur. Jonathan Roberto Delgado Jerigo. Karan Kapoor. Karanveer Kaur. Karuna Parajuli. Khan Lin Pham. Kushal. Kiranjeet Kaur. Nakasam. Lee Wanjari Wanjo. Leonardo Pereira dos Santos. Lillian Jerry Rimu. Ma Regina Banhid Concepcion. Which one? Kasul. Kasum Moore. Manjinda Singh Sario. Mesa Cerez Gomez da Francisca. Merrill, Colorado. Minal Agrawal. Mohit Arora. Muhammad Nazir Khalid. Natasha Anish Shai. Naveen. Naveen Pathathoki. Navneet Kaur. Nija Amataya. Niloni Manish Arukwala. Nitish Kamlesh Kumar Sayai. Noor Samad. Paveen Dahiya. Pransansa Kaki. Pratisha Paharel. Priya. Priyanka Shrestha. Rajwant Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur. Ramandeep Kaur. Yep. Rashid Akabal. Ritika. Ritika Lemba. Sabha Chantry.
Thank you.
Shaksi Kandela. Samiksha Kataria. Sanjita Bandere. Chatanyu. Sharon Chepchamba Kembo. Sharon Jepko. Sharon Jessie Chapayo. Simranjit Kaur. Steda Weiber. Sophia Shrestha. Srijana Sigdel. Samandeep Kaur. Tasmia Tasmin. Tehani Imisha Thila Kamuni Silva. Trung Hu Mai. Usha Kunal Nakrani. Vivek Gupta. Yesha Shamramali Moody. For the award of the Masters of Business Administration and the Masters of Global Project Management, Ahmed Amdelami Amdelamin. Bruno Cavalcanti. Camila Angela Aranjo. Carolina Cruz Aranjo. Clarissa Becerra Castanino. Claudia Lorena Fernandez Jimenez. Claudia Patricia Gallego Rivera. Daniel Madrid Corduba. Danielle Vargas Cardona. David Eduardo Mirulo Latorre. Diego Fernando Rojas de Vigia. Franklin Gonzales Ramos. Gaden Chappelle. Inderjeet Singh. Irma Lucia Yepes Patino. Ivan Eduardo Almarez. John Harold Francisca Mendoza. Juan Diego Gallo Reyes. Lady Juliana Becerra Montoya. Laura Natalia Cortez Gomez. Ligin Kudivila Piramala. Laura Larengera Ferreira. Luis Felipe Mora Caracias. Maria Gabriela Garcia Sijo.
María Gabriela Guarecuco.
Guarecuco. Martha Viviana Varela Perez. Nancy Viviana Osorio Ricon. Natalia Susana Alfonso Baron. Nitin Arora. Noreen Isidro Manzano. Paulo Andrea Rodriguez Cruz. Pietro de Brinto Rondon. Sandra Patricia Savaro Ortiz. Sabina Cristina Vaga. Yamileth Ruiz Abadia. Yuleth Carolina Gonzales Cabracas. For the award of the Masters of Business Administration and Master of Global Project Management and the Graduate Diploma of Global Project Management, Sarah Elizabeth Lopez Salaraza. For the award of the Master of Business Administration and the Master of Public Health, Diana Marcela Morena Vargas. Monica Banez. Emi Afoku Bella. Sorry. Monica Perez? No. Namrata? Yeah. Namrata Adhikari. And we're having a bit of a challenge with some names of people who unfortunately couldn't make it today. Olubai Olan Uji Osan Sanya. Hello, Andrea Codron Junko. Punjan Kutam. Ramandeep Kaur. Yi Zhou. We haven't got too many to go now. For the Master of Global Project Management and the Master of Public Health, Chanel Sadhu. Denise Karina Rogas Andrade. Egebendi Martins Edgeby. Gerardo Josie Lee Ulan Kantinju. Gwyneth Lorena Jill Arazcon. Wayne Costa da Cruz. On behalf of Torrens University Australia Hospitality Faculty, I present you the graduates who are receiving the following awards. The Diploma of Travel and Tourism, Abby Lee Gericki Sanchez. Annette Tanya Fisher. Jade Louise Culture. Jodie Lee Davis. Karen Nicole Edwards. Crystal Lynn Kopunik. Natalie Ann Royals. Philip Joseph McCauley. Reese Darrell Hoey. Rhonda Sue Tunks. Sophie Chanel Dusson. Talia Rose Kirk. For the Bachelor of Business, Tourism Management, Amy Jane Driver. On behalf of the Blue Mountains International Hotel School Management School, Torrens University Australia, I present you the graduates who are receiving the following awards. The Bachelor of Business, International Hotel and Resort Management, Gabrielle Odi Rivani. For the Master of International Hotel Management, Cindy Carolina Badilla Ramirez. The final graduate tonight, Sajal Mittal. Congratulations to all of our graduates and those who graduated in absentia. May I now please ask that the family and friends of our graduates to stand and join me to congratulate our class of 2021. A big round of applause. Please be seated. Okay. Graduates, it's important to recognise that a part of the reason you are graduating today is because of the love, the support, teaching and mentoring provided by both your family and friends, as well as your teachers and Torrens University staff. Graduates, I would like to ask you now to stand and thank every one of those with a big round of applause. Please be seated. I welcome back the Honourable Greg Crafter, AO, to present the Torrens University Awards. Today, we're acknowledging students who have gone above and beyond in their work. The Excellence Award recognises graduates that have excelled in their academic and industry achievements and is selected from all students eligible to graduate from each faculty at the Adelaide graduation ceremony. I'd like to congratulate Espiritu Kiran from the Master of Business Information Systems as the winner of the Excellence Award, postgraduate. I invite Espiritu to join Honourable Greg Craft AO on stage, please. Espiritu Kiran is an outstanding graduate and a well-deserved winner of this Excellence Award. Their studies at Torrens University exemplifies the notion that hard work pays off. Espiritu Kiran has shown a positive attitude in class discussions, participation in teamwork activities, honesty and integrity in their work. Their outstanding academic results were earned through a fierce determination and coupled with their own professional development. Espiritu Kiran is sure to make a significant impact in industry. Congratulations, Espiritu. I would also like to extend our congratulations today to Annette Christie Moore, the Bachelor of Business, the winner of the Excellence Award, undergraduate, who was unable to join us today. Please join me in another round of applause for all of our award winners. I now would like to welcome Ervin John Espiritu Gonzales to deliver the graduate address.
Good day, everyone. Congratulations. We made it. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Kaurna people, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. And I extend those respects to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Thank you to parents, friends, spouses, Torrens University faculty, the staff, and the Board of Trustees of the university. Special guests from our community and graduates come together to celebrate this major milestone. It's an honor to speak to you all today. My name is Ervin John Gonzales, and I studied Masters in Business Information Systems. I was born and raised in the Philippines, and like many of you graduates, I'm an international student. I decided to come to Australia to be with my family and build a better future here. A big shout out to my two sisters and my mother, who raised us all by herself. Thank you for your continued love and support. I will always be grateful and proud of you. As international students, we've all sacrificed our time and money to get to this point, but sadly, some of us are still apart from our families. And it is still uncertain when we'll get the chance to be together again. It is for that reason that I salute each and every one of you. It takes guts to take the leap, not knowing how things will turn out in the end. I know that feeling all too well. I've always loved IT, but the journey to get here hasn't been easy. When I first enrolled into uni back in the Philippines as an electronic communications engineer, I was overwhelmed. It felt like it wasn't the path I should take. So I decided to shift to finance instead. After graduating, I worked for a bank for a few months before coming here to Australia. Funnily enough, when I came here, I found work at a small company that built gaming computers. It was a good experience, and it was great fun working as part of a small team that was passionate about the work that we do. However, all things have an end, and I was let go after 6 months of hard work. For a time, I felt sad and disappointed because I thought I had finally found my passion and my place in society. But then one day I realized our passion doesn't have to be limited to just one thing. It can be as few and as varied as we want it to be. It can change just as we age and change ourselves. We must be confident in our own abilities and be at peace knowing that things have a way of sorting themselves out in the end. Now, I'm working for PwC as a cybersecurity analyst, loving the work I do and the people I work with. Don't be afraid to fail. It is better than not trying at all. People will help you along the way, but the biggest step should always come from you. I learned this when I first joined the Student Representative Council. We started as a small team not knowing what to do, but we managed to organize a successful cultural night in 2019. Now the council is bigger than ever, with more active members participating and helping organize more and more events. We failed and succeeded together, and we are always the first to volunteer our time and attention to make life away from your families a little easier. A huge thank you to our former President, Regina Concepcion, and former Vice President, Meryl Colorado. Thank you for leading us. I wish you both the best. You deserve it. The Torrens University value that stands out to me the most is to begin and end with people. Success begins and ends with people. You need to demonstrate not only that you are capable, but also someone that is easy to work with. Be creative and be bold. Show them that you always love what you do and that you are passionate and excited to be working with them. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be afraid of looking like a fool by asking questions. Every effort we make now will pay off in the future, one way or another. It is only when we get there that we finally realize the purpose of all our hardships. Once again, congratulations, everyone, and thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you, Ervin, for your graduate address today. Colleagues, it's been a long session, but we appreciate the fact that we have the opportunity to congratulate all our graduates with their special effort and also their specific success. Torrens University is the fastest growing institution in Australia, and we see the success with our students, where 91% of our students start their careers within 12 months after they complete. And this is because of the teaching approach, where we have an industry immersive approach, and we prepare students effectively for the world of work. For all our graduates, we accept the fact that from today, you're going to get into the rest of the world, in other words, the rest of Australia, but also globally. And we hope that you will keep contact, that you will stay intact with our networks, become part of our alumni network, and because of the lifelong learning expectation in the world today, that you will stay within in the environment of continuing to learn, continue to grow your knowledge and your skills, and that you will remain part of the Torrens family. A special vote of thanks to Adam Vonthehoff, as well as our academic guests. We look forward to celebrate with you, and please join us afterwards for some refreshments. Last and specific word, a special word of congratulations and thanks to our academic staff. People that work tirelessly, that really support and live with our students to ensure that they are successful and that they have a wonderful learning experience. Based on that, by virtue of the authority then vested in me by the governing board of the institution, I close this ceremony today, and I request you to please stand and remain standing until the academic procession has left the venue. Thank you.